Okay, so as most of you know, I'm at the 2016 WSOP, and I want to make a video discussing, why I love tournament poker. And for somebody who's talked so much shit about tournament poker over the years, I definitely feel like I have the addiction or the I'm addicted. There's certain things that are just so cool about it. So first, I've played 2 events so far. I played a 2.5K Hold'em event and a 3K 6 Max event. Interestingly enough, I've played 3 tournaments this year, and out of two of those tournaments, Dana Negreanu was at my table, so I've kind of got the interesting draw. I played with a lot of really good players. It was fun and it was interesting. I don't think I played I need to do some things to adjust to tournaments. I definitely played much better in the second tournament than I did in the first. And that's good because my next event is a 5K 6 Max where the field is definitely going to be tougher, but I feel a little bit more acclimated. So, why I love tournament poker. And first things first is when I say tournament poker, I'm not referring to your shitty, daily events at your local casino. Like, those are usually horrible structures, and they don't really give you the opportunity to actually play poker. It's just basically, a shove fest, and you just gotta hope you get lucky. When I'm talking about tournament poker, I mean WSOP style structure, ideally higher buy-in events, like 3K or 2K. I mean, WSOP has done a great job, in my opinion, of really providing people with a great structure for the value. Like for $1,000 buy-in, like some people are complaining, but if you really think about it and you look at other structured events, it's actually pretty decent. So I mean good structured events. A lot of chips, a lot of time to play those chips. Okay. So the first thing I love is the adjustments. Cash games are this, actually, if you want to talk about structure, it's a completely flat structure. So in a cash game, the blinds never escalate. You can come and go as you please, so on and so forth. So you have to make a different level of adjustments in tournaments than in cash games, adjustments which I'm not necessarily used to. So I felt a little bit like my hands were cuffed because there were certain spots where I really wanted to do something, but then I'm thinking to myself, you know what? So in a cash game, if it wasn't effective, I would just buy back in and be like, all right, I learned something, I'll win later. But with the tournament, it's a little bit more. It's like, all right, even if I know I'm right 80% of the time, if I'm wrong 20% of the time, and I'm gonna get my stack just goes down considerably. So there's different levels of adjustments, and it's cool. It's like sometimes I'm not used to playing super timid poker, but sometimes you kind of have to play timid poker. And it's interesting to see how all the pros adjust, making adjustments to raise sizing, and seeing a lot of very small 2x raises or min raises that actually get respect. If you go to a standard, let's use 1-2. Let's use 1-2 as an example. If you raise 2x at a 1-2 game, and pretty much any casino across the country, you're gonna get 6 callers. That's just how it works. But in a tournament, the 2x raises or the 2.5 or 2.7, it's respected way more. And that was an adjustment that I'm not used to. I instantly started going out 3x, and I was like, all right, I don't need to do 3x. Let's lower. I'm like, wow, 2.2 is working. So there's a different conceptual level of adjustment because you have this clock that's coming, and it's like, all right, in the next 2 hours, you're not going to be able to play this way because the blind structure is going to really catch up to you, and you're going to have to push or fold. So I find that really fascinating that you're adjusting within a system. So it's there's all these adjustments in poker, but you're adjusting in an actual subset. So which is cool. It's an adjustment within an adjustment. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. The second thing I'm loving is the competition element of it. I mean, cash games are just this infinite history of you're making decisions that over the long run will produce profits, and you keep making those decisions, and So I don't get taken down by any one session, or I don't get but in a tournament it's a little bit different because there's a finality to it. There's somebody who's gonna win. And that's it. And it's kind of cool. You're in these, I don't know if any of you have been in the World Series or have been in the pavilion or whatever. It's these giant convention rooms basically with just tons of poker players. And if you play in an event, you sit there and you got 1,000 people, let's say, And then by like 6 or 7 o'clock, like all of a sudden you come back and like half the room is done. And then like all of a sudden at like 10:30 or 11, like you'll see that there's only like 25% left. And it's so cool to like see like, all right, I was here and now I'm here, or I'm in the top X% or top Y%. Like it's cool to see it come down. And there's a finality to it. Like it's done. It's like I won or I lost, which is cool, because in tournaments, I mean in cash games or in poker in general, you don't really have that. Like if you're playing at a higher level, hopefully you don't have like a higher mentality of like won or lost. It's kind of like this, you know, I won or lost tonight, but over the long run I'll continue to make money, whatever. Tournaments is not like that. You lost. That's it. There's no way to, like, you may have made the right decision, but you still lost. Like that's a reality. And I love the competitive element. Like it's making me want it more, like want first more. What else? The stamina requirements are definitely really cool. Oh man, I had such a bad headache after 4 hours. The lights were killing me. I had a splitting headache. I mean, maintaining 12 hours, 12, sometimes even more hours of focus in a day is a whole nother game within itself. So I get to pull out all my, like, I'm crazy about optimizing what I eat and working out and, all the different things that you can do to meditation, to everything at a higher level. I'm really looking forward to trying to really understand what systems can I put in place to guarantee that I have like 12 hours of focus, which is what humans aren't supposed to be. We're not designed to focus for 12 hours. I'm sorry, we're not. Some people are good at them, some people are not, but that's a high level of focus for a long period of time. So I'm really interested in that. Also, the abundance of tells. I'm really excited about that. Like, as most of you know, I've spent like a good portion of my life, professional life, on Beyond Tells, and we're redoing it. And some of you might know we have Beyond Tells 2.0 coming out in September. And the amount of tells at my tables were incredible. Little things that really allowed me to make decisions. I think around 50% of my thought process was based on behavior. I made like 4 or 5 really good bluffs that were just completely behavioral based. I wasn't even really considering their range. I was just going to look at them like, this guy doesn't have anything, I can get him to fold me, and it's all based on behavior. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. But yeah, and my overall performance, I thought in the first tournament I did not do as well. I thought I was, I didn't play as great as I could. I said the second tournament I played a little bit better, and I think I'm really ready for it now. I feel like I'm more comfortable just after 2 events playing them. I've been writing and thinking about a lot of things conceptually about tournaments, so it's exciting. And I'm fortunate to have some really good, friends who are like some of the best poker players in the world who I can ask for questions about tournaments and so on and so forth. So I'm not like alone in my guidance. There's definitely information coming from multiple sources. So yeah, I'm loving tournaments. I'm loving it out here. I'm going to go play some cash games now. You're going to see another video coming. I'm doing I still got to play cash, of course. I'm going to do a 1-2 to 25-50 challenge. So basically I'm going to play 1-2 until I have enough money to jump to 2-5, then 5-10, then 25-50, and I'm going to make a video in between each one. So it's going to be fun. And I'm also playing more events next week, and then I'm flying back home and doing work and stuff, and then flying back out here for the main event. So yeah, let me know any input, any advice on tournaments. I'd love to hear it. That's about it.